Victoria Park Fire Station is due for demolition. Workers have been told to clear the basement. What they don't know is that they're about to make a unique discovery. Fire chiefs had bought boxes of glass plates for replacing fire alarm break glasses. Forgotten? In the dark, these glass plates hold a secret. It's World War I. Soldiers from across Australia are passing through Perth. They're shipping out to Egypt, England and France. Uncertain if they will return from the conflict, they see a coupon in the Sunday Times offering a free photograph. They make their way to the Dease studio on Barrack Street. The studio is owned and run by Dennis Dease. Dennis is a colourful character. He is president of the Perth Boxing and Wrestling Association and a well-known society photographer. The soldiers get their photos, post them to wives, sweethearts, parents and friends, and set sail. Some will not return. 533 boxes containing over 6,500 glass plate photographs find their way from the fire station basement to the archive of the State Library of Western Australia. Nearly 1,000 are of soldiers. The soldiers of Barrack Street.
Here at the Museum of Perth, we began the painstaking process of identifying these men. Who were they? Where did they come from? What happened to them?
More often than not, there's nothing much to go on. Sometimes there's a surname written on the back, sometimes it's wrong. So we see what we can work out from their uniform. An ammunition bandolier and a feather in their slouch hat tells us they're in the Light Horse. Worn together, leather boots or leggings, spurs, shoelace covers and riding crops tell us we have a mounted soldier, a Light Horse trooper or a driver. Previous service medals and rank insignia tell us a lot, as do colour patches which show their division, battalion and brigade. And if a soldier is wearing colour patches, which were generally issued overseas, we know they must have not only already served, but returned, and we look for this in their service record. Numerals on the epaulette are a solid clue, giving us the battalion. Age, height, weight, complexion, hair and eye colour, or at least whether they're light or dark, which is all we can tell from a black and white photo, need to match the description in the service record. Some soldiers have distinguishing features like an amputated finger or missing limbs. One soldier caught meningococcal meningitis during training, which left him blind in one eye. Looking closely, we could see this in the photograph. We look at all these identifiers and search primary sources, including contemporary photographs from newspapers, World War I service records, rolls of honour and the Australian War Memorial, but also the personal archives of relatives. We're looking for matches which have to be as near to perfect as can be, but we're also looking for the things that make that particular identification impossible. Even one contradiction is enough to call an identification into question. Then we track down relatives who sometimes hold the key to clinch it. This is a beautiful project to lead. It's emotional and deeply satisfying because the public totally appreciates the significance of these images. Families have been able to take an image of their relative and meet them for the first time. We've now correctly identified more than 80% of the soldiers of Barrack Street and assembled a vivid and significant research archive. We have around 100 soldiers we're still trying to identify, and they're all on our website if anyone can help.
These photographs capture important moments. Bright-eyed young men heading off to war. Would they return? If they returned, what scars would they carry with them? Imagine walking around with the weight of that experience on your shoulders. Can you just imagine what it would have felt like as a 22-year-old man returning to Perth after seeing the battlefield of the Somme? It's very difficult for us to comprehend, but we should try.